I remember getting these at restaurants on like special occasions and being like, oh. I am always curious when a celebrity who isn't necessarily in the food space comes up with a recipe. I need to know what it tastes like. So that's what we're gonna do today. Starting with Florence Pugh, she has created a crostini, like a classic garlic crostini. And I wanted to test her specifically because her dad is a chef, so I thought that was really interesting. So let's get crack-a-lackin'. So the oven is currently preheated to 350. She didn't say what her temperature of her oven was. She was just like, put it in until it's done. Which is exactly what the daughter of a chef would say. So we're gonna take our bread and we're gonna cut it on a diagonal, like so. I don't know how many to do. We'll just do a bunch. Mostly because I'm starving. All right, that's good to start. I'm gonna put these on the baking sheet and I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on them. So far so good, pretty straightforward. I'm a little nervous of the last step in this recipe. We'll get to there. We'll get there, don't worry. Like Christopher will like it. I feel like I need to do more than this. It was a little too, not enough, you know? We don't need to drown it in olive oil, but we do need to like have enough on that there's, you know, something, right? And then we'll just smear it on the other side there. Little bread paint class, you know. I'm gonna put them in for like 5 minutes. It's a good starting point, I suppose. Moving on to the tomatoes. Garlic. Wasn't prepared today. All right, she seemed to just dice it very small. Nothing that exciting, I don't know. And then with all of these tomatoes that I'm just silently cutting up here, I'm also gonna cut up a bunch of garlic. That's the other thing that's gonna go in here. And then she did vinegar, but she didn't state what vinegar it was. So just keep that in mind. It was not balsamic. It's gonna take me forever. Quietly cutting these up. I should have done this beforehand. That's on me. No one needs to see me just chopping tomatoes. I'm gonna start with that. And I'm just gonna cut up the garlic very small. My crostini. How are you looking? Okay, let's get these finished. I'm gonna finish chopping this. All right, the bread is done. It's a little bit crispy on the top, but it's still nice and soft in the middle, which is what I wanted. I have my tomato, I have garlic, I have chili peppers. That was the other thing she added. And then I'm taking this piece of garlic and I'm gonna rub it on top of the finished baguette. I have words, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna get these in a bowl. And then to that, I am going to add some olive oil, a little bit of vinegar, salt, of course, and some pepper. Now, I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong, but if this could sit in its juices for a little while, it would make it even better. So I'm gonna give it a second while I chop up the next thing. I think this is parsley. I think she used cilantro, but I have parsley on hand. And I feel like, personally, not knowing Florence at all, that she'd be like, yeah, do it. Parsley it up, Rachel. So now, we're gonna top the tomatoes on top. I'm leaving one without, because I wanna load up tomato on the other ones and I clearly didn't do enough. And B, I kinda wanna taste the garlic on top of it. I'm just genuinely curious about that. So I know it's gonna be delicious. And she said, drizzle any of the remaining juices. So we'll do that. But are we done? No, we're not. Now we need feta. I'm literally just taking out a chunk and then I'm going to crumble it right on top. I love feta. Oh, it reminds me of summer. It's such a summery thing for me personally. And it's just making me wish it was summer. Instead of third winter, as it is around here, fall for it every year. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's finally spring. Nope. And then we got the parsley or cilantro, or I bet basil would be really good too. And now the piece that I'm a little bit nervous about, only because I'm a big baby. That's it, that's all. Oh, it's so pretty, they're so pretty. Because then she goes ahead and tops it with a whole artichoke. Just a big old chunk of artichoke. Not artichoke. That would have been good though. Anchovy, I can't even say it. I can't even bring myself to look at this. And listen, I'm not against anchovies. I like Chris, I think, puts it in our, a lot of things actually. That's why we have it. Just gonna plop it on. Just like that. I'm gonna put another piece on this one right here. That's for me. This one's for Christopher. Again, I told you guys, I'm just a big baby. I'm gonna try it though. I will try it. But I tell my kids, you gotta try it. Just try it. Christopher, I have a treat. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Garlic crostini. This is a whole anchovy. That's what she did. So this is
Nice.
this one is for you. This one is for me.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say you
I
gotta
gotta try it, yeah. But first I want to try. So she just took a clove or a thing of garlic and like rubbed it on top. I just wanted to see what that
Oh, it's great.
tastes like.
Yeah, classic. So good.
No,
Wine?
that's,
This is very artistic. Nicely done.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Cheers. Thoughts, questions, concerns?
Really nice. Better when tomatoes are in season. Maybe a little heavy on the feta.
Okay.
The other stuff gets a little drowned out, but it all works well together. I didn't taste much of the anchovy. Maybe it's there. Yeah, it's there. It's just the feta is very heavy and just as a flavor, right?
Yeah, I think
What do you
maybe I did too much feta. I agree. I think that the feta doesn't make sense to me personally, but maybe it's just that I did too much. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
Like it's very good.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
just like it's got all the classic
Yeah.
elements to
Nothing about this will ever be wrong.
it. I don't really taste the anchovy, but that's kind of the point. I would think you don't want to taste.
It doesn't taste fishy, of course.
Yeah,
It's just
a
some
little salty,
saltiness. Yeah.
saltiness. Yeah.
Really good though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tasty. Thank you. All right, the next one is more of a hack and less of an actual recipe, and it is Selena Gomez. She makes like a nacho hack kind of. Her boyfriend, fiance, I don't know. Benny Blanco did a whole cookbook. I've tested one of his recipes fairly recently, so you can go and check that out. But basically all she does is she takes movie theater, I was gonna say popcorn, not popcorn, nachos, and she adds her own little twist on it, which is just the juice of pickled jalapeno. So I was fully ready to remake a whole movie theater style cheese recipe and everything. And then all of my children fell ill. So that just flew out the window as everyone is home today. So instead, we do have a cheese sauce, which I have heated up, and we're gonna pretend, okay? We're pretending today. I just need to know what it tastes like and if it's any good. So first of all, this is just like a, store-bought queso. I know what this is gonna taste like, but I wanna have a comparison, Amazing. And then she takes the jalapeno juice and then she just sort of like puts it on top. I don't know how much she drizzles, but like, I'm gonna go with that. I feel like I need to be able to taste it, Oh yeah, that's way better. However, this is also one of those things that I feel like you need to then eat it quickly. Otherwise the chips will get very soggy from that, Or maybe they won't if they're movie theater ones. I don't know. The pickliness really comes through and it's phenomenal. I truly feel like I will adapt that and I will use that for when I do make these kinds of nachos again. This is very like post-bar food for me. Back in my youth, Do people even go to bars anymore? I feel like they don't. I wouldn't either if I was me. Thumbs up, love that. And now onto the next recipe that I actually made yesterday because it felt like the right time to test out Earle's chicken noodle soup because she does a couple of things that I haven't seen done in a chicken noodle soup. It's a pretty classic recipe and she does some twists, so had to try it. Good day from the house of many plagues. I cannot begin to tell you how many layers of illnesses there are in this house currently. So today, Earle is coming to my rescue with her chicken noodle soup recipe, which I watched and it looked pretty interesting because there's some stuff that I've never done before. So we're gonna try it. And the first thing is some chicken stock, bone broth, whatever. We happen to have a Christopher and he has made some bone broth. So we're using that as our starting point. I think she used just like chicken broth, I think. Next up, oh man, that lemon looks gigantic. It's like that movie, the meatball one. Raining meat. I don't know. Anyway, it looks giant on camera. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I am so delirious at this point. We have so many fun vegetables and things, but everything is supposed to stay very whole when you put it in, and it's going to simmer on the stove forever. And by forever, I actually only mean about 40 minutes. So I'm gonna dump all of this into the bone broth. It's just carrots, some garlic, an onion that was quartered, some celery, and then I'm going to squeeze in a whole lemon, which I've never done before. Turn up the temperature on this, and I'm just going to pop all of this in. Also a whole lemon. An interesting choice. Interesting. She also puts in a bunch of cilantro. I don't have cilantro, but I have parsley for some other recipes for this video. So that's what I'm gonna put in. Again, I assume she's just measuring with her heart. I don't actually know. That looks about right. Some salt, pepper. Okay, and then she adds in some chicken bouillon. I assume that's just like to taste, like according to your preferences. I have bone broth, so I'm not gonna do that. Give it a little stir. I mean, it looks delicious. So now I'm gonna put the lid on that. I'm gonna set a timer for about 40 minutes and then we'll check on the veggies. Okay, we're back. Now we're gonna take the vegetables and we're gonna blend them. Vegetables were nice and soft after 40 minutes, I will say. Nice and steamy. We can't say anything here. I'm just literally sitting you on top of my kettle. That's where we're at today. Okay, so now I'm gonna take all of this out with some of the broth as well. And that's what she does. She just like blends it up like this. I don't know why I chose a spoon. I should have done like a slotted spoon. I also have water boiling because we're gonna do some noodles as well. You can hear what I'm saying. Then I have enough broth in there just so it's gonna like blend properly. Over we go to the blender. All right, there we go. You can kind of see it. All right, that looks good. We're gonna make it like super bright here. It kind of looks like turmeric. And then we're gonna pour it back into the soup. We got a nice bright color. Obviously I didn't get all of the parsley, but I think that's fine. I also did some chicken back there in case you missed it. She did her chicken with onion powder and paprika and salt and pepper, so that's what I did. We're just gonna boil up pasta and then it's taste test time. Okay, we have here finished soup. I also have a Christopher.
Hello.
We're going to consume soup tiredly apart. It's like a chicken noodle soup smoothie. But the chicken and the noodles are, in fact, not smoothied.
So it's like a pureed vegetable.
Yeah, that's the word. I see where she's going with it.
You get the taste of chicken noodle soup. I mean, it's classic. It's carrot, celery, right?
Like, I taste all the carrots. I taste the onion. If you were someone who has an aversion to the texture of the cooked vegetables, yeah. This is how you do it. I'm sure you already knew that, but like this is the way to do it.
It's the big win. I happen to like sort of crunch is the wrong word, but I like just a little bit of bite to a carrot or celery or something like that in a soup. I like, I don't like it when they're cooked down to absolute mush. This isn't necessarily for me, but I mean the flavor is good.
The flavor is delicious. I really hadn't considered blending up.
I'm just gonna go put salt on it.
Well, obviously you're gonna put salt on it. I'm surprised it took you that long.
I didn't want to be rude.
I was gonna blame it on the illness, but anyway. I like the concept of it. I like the thicker consistency.
Oh wow, that's so much better.
So much better with the salt.
Yeah.
This just needs a little bit. I don't think
for you.
Alix Earle knows about flaky salt. And like, I don't blame her. She's like 11. Not 11, but she's just a baby. Malden salt, girl. You're not watching this video, but in case you do come across it, Malden salt is where it's at. You're welcome. It does make a huge difference, and I know this is gonna be phenomenal. Hold on. Oh, we gotta do the I did put pepper in. I just want to be clear. They know. They saw it.
No, it's not bad. I like a little more pepper on my
A little more
soup.
fresh pepper. The parsley's good in it. The flavor's good. I like the fact that it's a little bit thicker, honestly, than chicken noodle soup.
Really?
But it could also be because we have been consuming so much soup and bone broth that maybe I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of this.
This is something different. I
yeah,
like it.
Exactly. It just makes it a little bit different.
Kids might really like this.
I might even put more vegetables in with this as the base.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know how much is in here, but I might knock that down a little bit.
Why?
Well, and then add more chopped up.
That's literally what I was just saying.
No, but first knock it down because I feel like this is it's a bit thick. Or
I really like it.
Maybe add a little bit more stock to it to thin it out. Oh,
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's very good. Honestly, good. Hats off to you, Alix, Earle. Thank you. Hopefully this saves us. I know that my children have also tried it, I have to say. So my youngest, my 5-year-old, ate 4 bowls of it. 4. Yeah, that pot, it's gone. There's none left. And then my 11-year-old noted that the consistency was in the same realm as we make a butternut squash soup. So kind of like that. But it was nice because then you can sort of play with the proportions. So my middle child, my 9-year-old, he liked it more, like more brothy than the way we had it, and you can kind of like mix it. Anyway, it was really good. I really liked it. And now we're going on to the rom-com man himself from the 90s or early aughts, I guess, Matthew McConaughey. And he created I don't know if he created it, but he apparently is the master at a good tuna salad. And oh boy, does he have a bajillion things in this recipe. But he sounded so confident in how much he loves this recipe. It's like a clear out the fridge kind of thing. So I feel good about this. I personally love a good tuna salad, so I feel good about it. Let's start with the bowl. We're gonna start with the obvious meat of the recipe, which is the tuna. And he did state good tuna. I'm sure Matthew has some delicious tuna that he uses. I got some tuna in olive oil, and I went as fancy as I could. And then to this, here we go, mayo. That sounds easy breezy. That's what I would do. White wine vinegar, lemon juice, some wasabi, which I had never really thought to add to tuna salad, but it does kind of make sense. Some Italian dressing. Then we have red onion, chopped pickles. He did specify gherkins specifically. I'm sure whatever pickles you have is probably delicious. Chopped apple. Now I'm gonna mix this before I add in the rest. Then we're gonna add in corn. Very important to include corn. Frozen peas and jalapeno chipped crisps. I never tried these before, so I went out and bought some. And then we mix it all together. Now I'm gonna give this a minute to like marinate while I do just a little quick drink, a little mocktail. And this one is a classic, but it was something that Millie Bobby Brown had made, and it's just a Shirley Temple, but she makes hers with Sprite. And I've always made mine with ginger ale, so I just kind of wanted to compare and just see what the taste difference is. I'm sure people have had this before, but I never had it, so I wanted to try it. Starting with the grenadine, a little splush. And then she adds in lime. And I don't think I've ever done that, but again, I was probably 12, so. I remember getting these at restaurants on like special occasions and being like, oh. So pretty, the color. Like, no one's mad at that. Christopher, helps. Just, I need a cherry, otherwise it's not the same. And I can't open it.
Go.
Thank you. Now, these ones that I have are a little bit different because Christopher uses them for his cocktails. I don't have a little thing to, it's fine. It's fine. It was the thought that counts. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it is delicious. I do want to compare it to the ginger ale and see which one I prefer, you know? I mean, while we're at it, you know? So let's compare. Oops, my hand slipped. Give it a stir. Let's see which one reigns supreme. I mean, at the end of the day, it is just sugar water. However, I do have to give the edge to the ginger ale, and I don't know if it's just that I'm biased, because that's how I grew up. Christopher, do you have a preference? Which one do you like better? Ginger ale or Sprite? Oh, and then I have a tuna thing.
This one.
You like the Sprite one better?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I better. I wouldn't have thought so, but yeah.
I like the ginger ale one
surprised.
better. I have a really intense tuna salad.
All right.
I figured we could try it.
Corn.
Corn.
All right.
Yeah. There is corn. There is literally apple.
All right.
There's peas. Lemon juice. Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
What if he's tired of people saying that?
Oh, for sure.
It's like I said it one time. Oh, and it has the little jalapeno chip crisp things.
Okay.
I don't know if they're obviously probably not crispy anymore, but like,
crispy there. No.
do you want to put like a little sprinkle of them on top?
Well, I would like a little sprinkle.
Salt. He didn't call for it, which is why I forgot, but it does need probably salt. I haven't even tried it yet.
What I like about these videos, you keep making them, I keep
Christopher!
saying I want more salt.
Christopher, honestly, it's really good. I would do less mayo, personally.
Yeah.
It was too mayo forward.
You know what gives it the crunch? It's not the chips, it's the apple. That's nice. I like that.
Yep.
That's a good addition.
The, oh, I got some of the spice. Oh, wasabi. There's wasabi in here. I was like, what is that spice?
Yeah, there's some heat there. I was wondering, if that was the jalapeno chips, but no, that's definitely wasabi, yeah.
Yeah. That's good, though.
I like that.
That's quite tasty. Yeah.
I don't even begrudge it the mayo.
Yeah. I would just do less next time. But like overall,
Yeah.
I think I would incorporate wasabi next time.
Would some Dijon hurt that? And pepper. I don't think either of those things would hurt. But really good. Really good.
Honestly, I feel like today was a success. It's rare that you find so many good recipes in one single video. I feel like we nailed it. Let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these recipes or are you gonna try any of them, and make sure you subscribe and like this video if you wanna see more, and check out these videos on the side in case you have missed any. I hope you are having a fantastic Saturday, and I will see you guys all in the next one.